Hello, this is Andre Battles of How and Why, the Bible Answer Guy, with another devotional from our book, Jesus Calling, for March the 23rd. He is a God. Jesus is a God of both intricate detail and overflowing abundance. When you trust the details of your life to Jesus, you are surprised at how well He covers the details. Jesus takes pleasure in hearing all your prayers, so feel free to bring all your troubles to Him. The more you pray, the more answers you can receive. Most of all, your faith is strengthened when you see how precisely He takes care of your requests. Because Jesus is infinite in all His ways, you need not fear that He would run out of resources. Abundance is at the very heart of who Jesus is. Come to Jesus with joyful expectation of receiving everything that you need, and sometimes much more. Jesus delights in showering blessings on His beloved children. Come to Jesus with open hands and heart, ready to receive all He has to offer you. Our scripture reading is from Psalms 132:15. I will bless her with abundant provisions. Her poor will I satisfy with food. Line from today's devotion that says, when you entrust the details of your life to Jesus, you are surprised by how thoroughly He answers your petitions. But you gotta trust Him. You gotta put it in His hand, because He will provide abundantly more than you could ever ask or think. I've seen this time and time again. I want to share a quick testimony. In the year 2017, I had lost my left leg. And at that time, my vehicle went out. We didn't have the money, but I went to Chevyland, which is where we had purchased the car from, and our warranty had went up. They assessed the vehicle, they told us what was wrong with it, and they told us how much we would have to pay. However, we didn't have it. I think they wanted like $850, and we did not have it. Now, this was in my last marriage. This was not today. And I remember that I got the rental that they offered me while they worked on my car, and I told them, just work on the car, and I told my ex-wife, God will provide. Now, she thought I was punch drunk. When 3 days went by, and I had to pick up that car from that mechanic shop at the Chevyland dealer, she was like, it's time for you to go pick up the car, because she was a scoffer. She didn't believe that God was going to honor my prayers. Well, she didn't know that my secret weapon was 3 days of fasting. I didn't eat a morsel during those 3 days, and I just prayed and I begged God for His grace and His mercy to provide for us what we needed, because I didn't have it. I drove that rental to Chevyland with tears in my eyes, crying out to God for deliverance financially, because we didn't have it even while I was on my way to pick the car up. So I didn't know how I was going to get home, because I knew they weren't going to give me the car without the money. And brothers and sisters, would you believe that on my way to Chevyland, a brother of mine sent me through PayPal $750. I was able to make a deal with the individual at the Chevyland dealership, because remember, I owed a little over $800, but God provided. When I got home, my ex-wife was like, how'd you bring this car home? Faith. My God is able to do more than I could abundantly ask or think. Now, mind you, I've got to do my part. I've got to be willing to obey. I've got to humble myself with fasting. Psalms 35:13 or 14, one or the other. I'll put that reference in the video so you can read it yourself. And if we do what God has asked, He'll take care of us. But once again, this is Andre Battles with another devotional from our book, Jesus Calling. We've been having a great time at the prayer line. Just comment in the comment section for more information. I'll send that to you. And I'll see you by God's grace right here tomorrow.